This video is a continuation or part two of our electronic gift cards. So what we're going to do is cover doing a merchandise return and using a gift card to apply money to that, and then also talk about some of the maintenance and other functions of the gift card areas. So first thing we're going to do is set up the return payment category. That's done under maintenance, ledger maintenance, and then return categories. And just double checking that I don't have an e-card return. I'm just going to hit add, and I'm just going to call this category 809 because that's available, and then just give it a description of e-card return, and my type is e-card return, and I would use the same ledger for e-card clearing as selling an e-card. So I will save that. Next, I would do a merchandise return. So I'm going to go under Modules, Returns, Merchandise Return. I happen to have an invoice number, or you could skip this and search for a customer. So I'll put in my invoice, and it pulls up the items on that invoice. So this would be a scenario where you're not going to give money back to the customer because maybe they didn't have their receipt, or maybe it's too far past your normal return policy, but you are going to give them store credit or in the form of a gift card. So I'm going to check off this option here. And if there's any restocking fees, of course, we could apply those, but we're just going to do a normal return. And I'm going to hit save, and then I would choose my method of e-card return. I'm going to hit add. Now it's going to ask what is the card number that I'm filling this for. So I'm going to just type this in here as I don't have a scanner set up. I'm just going to say this is card number 3, and I post that. So now that card number will have a $20.60 value to it, as it shows here on the receipt, e-card return. And so now what we can do, just to show you some different options, under Modules, Inventory, Add Change Inventory, we have an e-card maintenance. This is typically a area where you would not just want any employee or anybody in the store going, as they can make changes to the values of e-cards. Obviously would not be good. So we just did that e-card number 3 here. I can click on it or scan it with the barcode up here to jump right to it. But it shows that we still have a $20 balance of what the original card amount is. And here we can make any changes to the balance and things like that, which normally you would never have to do. Something, if a customer does want to know what their balance is on a card, maybe they've never been in your store, they got it for a gift, they lost a receipt of as far as how much was on it, you would go under Modules, Customer, and then Utilities, and we have an e-card lookup here. So on here, you could again key in that card number, or you can scan it, which will obviously more simpler, and hit enter. It would come up with the original amount and the current balance of that e-card. Another section under that same area, Modules, Customer, Utilities, we have e-card service fee. So if you charge a service fee for inactive cards after X amount of months or days or whatever it may be, you can run this program here, and it will basically deduct money from the gift card based on invalid use, or inactive use, I should say, not invalid. And that goes through all the cards in your system based on this. Just a few stores use this. Most stores do not charge a penalty for not using your gift cards. And then lastly, what we have under the report catalog, we have the report called e-card balance. So I can run this report, and I can do this by the entry date of the cards, which means when I enter them into inventory. From the previous video, we explained how to do that. Or we can do the sold date. So I can say everything that was sold in the last month here. Or I could actually just look up one card as well. And there's an option here to show only cards with a balance. Otherwise, I'd leave that unchecked for all cards. And details or totals. So just go to screen just to show you what this report looks like. So both cards on this list are owned by the same account under Mike Anderson, you'll see the first one here on May 10th is when the initial card was purchased, and it was also used on that same day for $35.58 sale. So the balance is $14.42. And then here's also the merchandise return that we did, where the funds were returned and that nothing was taken off that card, or the card was not used. And that's just some extra areas of using gift cards to your advantage as far as merchandise returns and things of that nature with the reports. Thanks.